Alright guys, the Backrooms trailer has just dropped. This is for the official Backrooms A24 movie. So in this video I'll be going over a couple things that I noticed that may be hinting to future things that are not shown in the trailer. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So the first thing that I noticed is right at the very start of the
I
trailer,
found something
the song 647 by
in the
Instupendo
store.
plays, which is very well known TikTok audio for very
What did you
liminal
find?
or Backrooms things. Now hopefully this will be in the
The
actual movie
place.
because it's a very well known song. So
I
the
found
next
a
thing I
place.
noticed is when the main character Chiwetel Ejiofor. Now I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. But anyways, when he first enters, you can see him looking around, walking around. But then you later see a clip of him outside of the backrooms, which hints that you may be now able to enter and leave through specific points. So it kind of gets rid of that original no clipping only, and once you're in, you're stuck kind of thing. So it now kind of hints that entrances may also serve as exits. And in the first clip, you can see that he's walking up to some kind of person or entity that seems to be emitting some kind of sound.
Hello?
आपको खुश आमदीद कहते हैं।
Anyone there?
Personally, I think this is probably a cardboard cutout, as you can see here in this clip, which is a very similar one, but isn't from the trailer. Now, the next thing I noticed is that there will be a lot of found footage still in this. So you have the kind of movie narrative of a camera that is following the main character or anyone really, and then you get the found footage, which is actually the character being aware of the camera and the camera being part of the scene. Now, another thing that I noticed is that there's a scene where they're filming on the handheld camera and they're going down a sort of ramp, and you don't see much of what's at the bottom, but what I'm guessing is that it's a slightly more corrupted version of what is above, as previously seen in the first trailer. That as you go further and further down, the less everything starts to look normal. So that's what I think is down there. It's a more corrupted version. We saw that in Kane Pixel's found footage. I believe it was found footage number 3 or 2. I'll put the clip up now. Now there are quite a few running scenes, and there's also a scene where somebody is being rapidly pulled out from that ramp as they were sent down with a rope. And then they start freaking out and they're like, "Pull me back up, pull me back up."
Pull me up! Pull me up! Pull me up! What do you see?
So that shows that we will be having entities, and I'm actually quite happy about that. I know a lot of people are angry that there's entities, but what's the fun in that? You know, what's the point in a movie of a guy just walking around the whole time? You know, so we will be getting entities. Now, this is a very important part. I'm not sure if too many people have noticed, but we will be getting async in this movie. And I can tell this by the fact there's a camera. On one of the walls there's a camera that the main actor he walks up to and he looks at it, and then we get another angle of somebody watching him through a TV. And then there's also another short clip of I believe there was 3 people in different coloured hazmats, which is showing we will be getting async in this movie. Alright guys, so I was actually able to find an Easter egg hidden within this, and for a single frame, a very, very, very short frame, and I'll put the clip of what it looks like without pausing. Um, I found this. It appears to be a book called The Window Within by Mary Klein. It looks like it says. It's a bit hard to read because it's on an old TV. But I've done my research into it, and it turns out it's not an existing book. It doesn't exist. So maybe this is something that only exists in this universe, and maybe it could be written by the therapist that is shown a lot on screen. Um, it appears towards the end that the exits close. So the way they entered and they exited, it's closed. He can't get back out, and they seem to get stuck. And this may be where async comes into play, but it may not be. Um, but yeah, towards the end, I reckon they get stuck in the back rooms. Guys, we may be looking at a bad ending here. We might like not like a bad ending, but like a not a happy ending. All right, well, that's pretty much it for my analysis as far as I can tell. That's all that I could pick out of that. It's a very, very well made trailer, I will say that. It's a very well made trailer. I didn't think it was going to be this good. When I heard they were going to drop a trailer and drop a movie, I was like, okay, it'll be like the found footages. It'll be decent, right? But this is looking great. Everyone should be hyped at this point. But yeah, that's it for my analysis. Make sure you drop a follow, make sure you like. I post Backrooms content all the time, so if you're curious, if you've never heard of the Backrooms before somehow, then make sure you check out my page. And yeah, thank you for watching.